Y'all ready to get into X-Men 97?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I have a
Yeah.
lot to say.
I mean, yeah. Y'all watched the first two episodes. I
You only
Yeah.
watched the first.
Yeah. I basically only watched the first, which I mean, personally, I love the way it looks. I'm starting to like the way it looks a lot, and
Yeah.
the feeling of it. It feels more of like a I don't know, like a this day and age.
A newer show. Yeah, we
Well,
know it
I
is a newer
mean,
show. Okay.
okay. Like obviously that's basically what I was gonna say, but I was gonna like word it weird. But like
Word. No, you're good. I'm just
no,
fucking with you.
it to me it almost I don't even know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like
It's fresh. It
it
feels
is.
fresh. That's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It feels
So it comes in a year after the events of episode 10, season 5.
Right.
Um,
which I
and
think it's a year or a couple months or like 3
yeah,
months.
at one point they say a year, and then at one point somebody
They're like
said,
it's been 3 months since Professor died, or I'd have to go back and watch, but I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So we'll say a year or 3 months.
And
A little bit after.
episode one, we've been wondering all 5 seasons who Roberto da Costa was.
And we
Episode
found
one,
Yeah.
yep.
we are introduced to Roberto da Costa, and I hate him.
Hate him. Okay,
Hate him.
yeah. I don't know how
Dude,
I
he's
feel
a
about him
fucking
yet.
prick.
I actually
Yeah.
watched the first two episodes with Z earlier, and I was just like, dude, so he's literally the 2023, like, oh, I can relate to this guy character for teens or whatever that are watching it now, because he's just
Most
saying,
definitely.
he's just
Yeah.
doing the Marvel quip humor from the MCU
Yep.
Yeah.
just really terribly,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. And he
it's
does it
just
kind of sounds like he doesn't really care, but he's got this cool power though. It's like cosmic energy or whatever.
yeah. We don't see it until episode 2, but
Like, yeah, so my first comments on it. My first, I was kind of backing out. I was like, oh, I don't know about this. This Robert DaCosta guy is kind of pissing me off.
yeah.
Like, I really hate
'Cause it
this.
opens with him.
But then, boom, comes Cyclops.
Dude,
They fucking went fucking ballistic with his animation.
that
Yeah.
fight
Using
scene
his
is so
lasers to using his lasers to move himself around. Like, bro, that because I had my speculations with the trailer being kind of choppy, didn't know what the
Yeah.
animation was like.
yeah.
Dude,
No.
No, they
oh, it
definitely
was so crisp. I really enjoyed when Cyclops comes in and starts
Yes.
kicking ass.
No, it's
so great.
so fire.
These characters move in like such just crisp animation. Definitely looks like they're gonna be letting them get a little more rough and rowdy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Which I really like.
Saw some blood. We
Yeah.
saw some blood.
Saw
Okay,
him
yeah, yeah.
So
fuck somebody and he bleeds. I mean, he's straight up lasering people
Yeah.
like in the middle of their chest.
Oh,
So
dude. Yeah. No, it was
yeah,
so good. I love that freaking opening scene. Like the
yeah.
whole opening scene is so good. I thought it was so
Because then
good.
Storm comes in
Yep. And
and
goes
Storm.
crazy.
Oh my gosh, that was probably my favorite entrance in the show.
Yeah.
Favorite entrance in the show.
Yeah.
She comes down and just blasts everything up with her lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it episode 1 or episode 2 that she makes the sand, or she makes the
that's,
glass?
that's episode one. So they're finding out. So the episode one starts out with them in this lair. You see Bishop, you see Storm, you see Cyclops, and they're all there. And the mutant like basically, um, the guy the gang who hates mutants and is always protesting the mutants.
Yes.
They found Sentinel Tech.
Yeah.
Yes.
They find Sentinel Tech and they're using it on the X-Men, but the X-Men come in and kick ass and they all do their thing. But then they're worried. They're trying to get this kid Robert DaCosta because he is the answer to like where they're getting this Sentinel Tech. So
Yes.
they take him in. They're taking him in. He's like this rebel. Like, I don't want to be here. This is lame. I hate using my powers. That shit corny as hell. Like
Yeah.
doing selfless acts is corny as fuck. I don't fuck with that shit. I got money. Like he's one of those like
Yeah.
he's kind of. I'm just like, all right. I'm like but I don't know. Maybe he's written to be like a really hated character. I don't know. Maybe he's a villain in the future. Who knows?
Oh
But
yeah.
it's kind of being set up like this guy just doesn't care, and
Yeah.
it's cool. He's one of those characters, but they keep taking him in, and he keeps leaving. So they take him in and they ask him some questions. And my favorite thing, he wakes up, he's like, "Oh, you're blue," and he's talking to
Yeah.
the beast, and
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
it's like, wow, you got my ass.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh,
like, so then after that, they kind of ask him questions, and then they kind of leave him alone. And then Wolverine, he's like talking to Jubilee, and Jubilee is telling him how insufferable he's acting, and all this other stuff. Which I kind of like this. I kind of still like Jubilee. Jubilee's got her. I think she's. I feel like she will have her moments, but I fuck with Jubilee. Jubilee is. I have no problem with Jubilee. Jubilee's cool as hell.
yeah.
But so then it's funny because after they're doing all that, they're in the what's that called, the war room or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so they run a thing, and then Wolverine comes in, like acting like and Robert DeCosta's thinking this is like just an illusion for the war room, and then Wolverine comes in and like claws him, intimidates him, and then ends up not being a simulation. It was actually Wolverine like that tested him and tackled him.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
He's like,
Yeah, so that scares Robert DaCosta off.
Yeah.
And so then you gotta understand that like the X-Men don't have Xavier, so they gotta make like Cyclops is trying to do his best to lead the team.
right.
Yeah.
And so he kind of goes he basically after this he kind of goes into this,
He's getting rowdy.
this leadership role. He's like, all right, we need to go find this guy. It's like, you scared this kid off that we brought in, so you need to go find him. And then he's like, all you guys need to go find him because this is what X-Men do.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's kind of, and Wolverine's kind of like, before, kind of like, the worst thing about Xavier dying is you leading the team. He's like, oh shit. And he's kind of like, and in Cyclops, he takes Wolverine very serious. So that definitely got through to him, which you could tell.
Yeah.
Because even with stuff like little things that are said, you can see through his visor, like his visor, that it's like he's like making a reaction. He's like, damn, like he's like they drew it in like where he's like reacting to stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's funny. So, and oh yeah, we also get a pregnant Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jean is pregnant.
Yep.
Jean
In
Grey's
that
pregnant.
little section you were just talking about when they're chilling in the kitchen and Wolverine says that, we also have Morph come in and he's making fun of Cyclops, and I had to bring this up, bro. Fuck Morph.
Fuck more.
Professor X, like your leader, your mentor for all these years, and you come in just like impersonating this guy.
Yeah.
Disrespectful
died?
ass.
Yeah.
He just died like months ago or something.
Disrespectful as hell.
That is
Literally,
so disrespectful. And the
his
fact that
last words to
Wolverine-
your bitch ass were so strong, and
Yes.
that's how you fucking repay his. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. The fact that nobody's like Morph, that's it. Like, don't do that.
Or chill the
Right.
fuck out, bro. I'll beat your ass. Like,
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I do not like Morph anymore. I hate him.
I low-key lost respect for
That
Morph,
one
and I was like, I thought he would be better, better written than that. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't the old powerful X-Men character, but he wasn't the most also like asshole character either.
Yeah. I don't know.
But who knows? Maybe he'll change his ways. Maybe he'll like change back to normal.
Yeah.
Morph.
Yeah.
But I mean, but other than that, so they go and find the Robert DaCosta at this party, and as all that's happening, they find him. They take him back again. I think right after that, it flips to like this guy making because those collars. So the intro opens up to like those collars that they used on Genosha or on
Yeah.
on Genosha, where
Yeah.
to trap the powers or like keep the mutants from like using their powers. They take the tech from that, and this guy is like making like a sniper bullet like out of that tech, to make a gun and to like make a gun. So then, after that they kind of get him back, and then they're all there. So the X-Men, you kind of cut to the X-Men playing basketball, and I might have jumped a couple scenes, but you get to the X-Men playing basketball, and they're like, and then Cyclops like, guys, I want to let you guys know. And then Wolverine interrupts and says, yeah, we already know you're about to leave. Da, 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 da. And so then before like all hell kind of breaks loose, before they get to arguing, there's an alert system. So they go back to the meeting into Professor Xavier's room, and who? What do you know? Magneto's there.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, with the last testament will or the last will of Professor Xavier, and it says that he is the one that's going to take over and lead the X Men.
Mm.
And
Who is going
Professor,
to be new leader?
yes, the new leader, and Magneto will fulfill Professor Xavier's dream to
Yes.
see humans and mutants coexist.
Mm.
And
Yes.
people think he's bullshitting. I'll be lying if I said, what do you guys think? I would be lying if I thought he was. I think he's bullshitting.
I mean, I don't know if he's bullshitting at this moment,
But he
but
might, yeah.
I do
Right.
think there's got to be drama for the season. So I'm sure there's going to be
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, Professor X didn't technically die in season
Right.
5. He's
Yeah.
essentially dead, but he could
He's
very
he's
easily
super far away.
he could show up at any moment.
Right.
Right.
So,
I
you
think
know,
we're definitely gonna see Professor Xavier in the future
yeah,
of the
for
show.
sure. And then
Um.
episode 2, getting to episode 2, the intro kind of switches up and Magneto takes Professor X's place in the intro. I thought that was super cool. I also wanted to bring up about the intro where it just like does the X-Men logo like it usually does at the end and then adds the golden 97 after it.
Yeah.
So tough.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
tough.
Fire, fire.
Yeah. So the army or like the mutant little army that works with the X Men, they come in and they're looking for Magneto, but Magneto thinks they're about to war. He's telling the whole X Men, to get ready, but they're basically the good. They're basically saying that X Men are in front of the good guys, and
Yeah.
what they came to say, they brought a bunch of helicopters, basically saying to Professor or not Professor, but to Magneto that he will stand trial for all the crimes against the United Nations.
Yes.
Um, and basically say you will go through due process as everybody should. This is how things are worked out. And so he kind of like
Everybody's
does the
questioning the
Magneto thing.
X-Men. The X-Men are all doubting, like, oh, I don't know if he should be our leader. Can we trust
Right.
him? Da, da, da. And he kind of takes this on as like okay, I'm gonna prove to you that you can trust me by going in front of these humans and letting them judge me, um,
Yep.
letting them decide my fate. Um, and that doesn't go too well. But what I do want to say before we get into his trial is we get little inklings that maybe Rogue and Magneto have a little something something.
Yeah. It was a weird tension, like past lover tension,
Yeah,
love
past
interest
lover
tension.
tension. And then skip ahead just because we're talking about it. At the end of the episode, we see that Magneto and her are actually able to touch.
Yeah.
Um, I would assume just because he's able to change some type of something.
Some
Mm.
electromagnetic field and
Yeah.
stuff like you don't really know.
So they're able to
That
But
is
touch, and
crazy.
Gambit caught a little glimpse of that and was not
or
looking too
Gambit,
happy
dude.
about that.
Oh, dude,
But
I know Gambit is heartbroken, bro.
yeah, yeah. But
No.
skipping back, they're in the trial, and Magneto is getting tried, and then more anti-mutant bullsh.
Yeah.
All these anti-mutant people come rushing the court, and everybody, all the X-Men are defending and fighting, and somebody comes in. The Executioner is what he calls himself, and he comes in with this crazy gun and tries to shoot Magneto.
Which is the
But
gun that they use with the it's basically a
The
gun
car.
that'll like suppress your powers,
Yeah.
depower,
suppress mutant abilities.
yeah,
Right.
and
But to come to find out, so during the fight, it was a big conflict, and all the people rushed in, and the X Men specifically said this is for detainment or like de-escalate the situation that's happening. No heavy attacks. So
yeah,
everybody just de-escalates. Storm, Cyclops, Magneto is doing a force field. Like everybody's going in. Everything's happening at once.
yeah.
Wolverine is at the institute with Jean, with pregnant Jean,
And
and
she
he's
goes into labor during this. She goes
yes,
into labor, and Wolverine has to take her to the hospital. And Cyclops hears about it, and he just takes off, which I think is stupid. You're the leader of the X-Men. I understand your baby's being born, but
Yeah.
something's going down. Clearly, you need to be here.
Yeah, so
Um,
Rogue, but then again, here's how it kind of falls into play because Rogue flies over to well, Rogue flies Cyclops all the way over to Jean,
yeah,
and Jean has to absorb the professional knowledge of the surgeon because he's like, I don't treat mutants. What if your guys' powers go crazy? What if I need
yeah,
to do a C-section? You could kill me. And then
yeah,
so the surgeon's not doing mutant surgeries.
Mm.
So Rogue has to absorb the professional knowledge of the surgeon, and then they kind of get her to a room, and they give birth while everything is happening. Since Cyclops is gone, they're kind of getting, they're not their butt kicked, but they're like on the verge of like, detaining or de-escalating the whole situation. They're on the verge of getting everything correct.
Right.
Storm and Magneto, boom, they're tag team and everything. They kind of get all the mutant protesters in the room, kind of caged up in this force field. But then
yeah,
the executioner comes in. He's got his scopes right on Magneto, and Storm is up in the air. She sees it, and she's like, "Oh fuck!" So she comes swooping in. Bang! Guy shoots. Storm goes boom right in front of Magneto. Gets shot, and she is on the ground like she cannot feel the moisture in the air anymore. She can't feel anything. So she can't like she's on the ground. She's struck.
yeah,
And so then Magneto gets pissed. He's like, "This is what you do to us." Takes the council up into space and says, "I am this powerful. I could literally crush you if I wanted to."
yeah. And he takes
But
the
I'm
executioner up there too, and they're all just
yeah,
staring. They're all just staring down at Earth, just looking at it. And he's like, "Look at how huge this place is. How small you actually are. How small all these situations are."
yeah. He
Yeah.
gives him that shit.
We're,
He gives him the
I'm trying
breakdown.
to be civil and let you guys do what you think is right, and this is how you're still treating mutants. Um, and honestly, I thought he was gonna bring them up there and just go ballistic, but
Yeah,
he was just
but he
making a
said
point,
no. Yeah, he's making a point. He brings them back down. Um,
and it seems to
they,
win everybody's good graces.
yep.
They give him a pardon, so he's not going to jail or anything like that. And then they also declare Genosha, the mutant island, a part of the United States, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, part of the United Nations. Yeah,
Yeah.
Or United Nations. Yes, yes, yes,
yep.
yes.
Wow.
Um,
Mm.
and we find out that Storm is depowered, and it looks like it is
She
permanent.
permanent.
And
So yeah,
she
and
takes
Storm
off.
dips. Storm
Yeah, she
dips.
dips from the
Unfortunately,
team, leaves a very sad note for everybody, just saying like, I can't do this.
it was actually really like sad. Like, bro, like, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang.
But yeah,
Wow.
first two opening episodes, man, I was not expecting it to go crazy. I mean, we all had like kind of low expectations coming
Right.
into this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
just because
with
of
the
the firing
animation
and
and the
everything like that.
firings,
Yeah,
yeah, it just wasn't looking good. But I mean, dude,
we're not even
opens
into the
with a
second
banger.
episode. Yeah, the
Yeah,
first
opens
episode I
with a
thought was a
banger.
real banger.
Opens with
Real
a banger.
banger.
Wow. Yeah. 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 I'm excited to watch the freaking rest of this season,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Do we know when the next episode drops?
Next episode is Tuesday, I think, or is it
Tuesday or
Wednesday?
Wednesday. Tuesday or
Okay,
Yeah,
bet.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tuesday or
Sweet.
Wednesday.
Sweet.
So we'll
Sweet.
be good to go next
Next.
week
Next pod.
talking about the
Yeah.
next episode, y'all.
Yep.
Um, I think if that's it, we got one more thing on the docket. We're gonna do just a quick little X-Men.